News alert, a massive manhunt for a modern-day Rambo in the mountains of Montana. That's how we start this brand new hour of America Live. I'm Martha McCallum, in for Megan Kelly. So the FBI, U.S. Marshals, the U.S. Forest Service, and the Bureau of Land Management, and the National Guard, all in this hunt right now, joining local police in the search for this man. David Burgert is his name. He's 47 years old. He's a former Marine and a backwoods survivalist. They think he's been living out of his vehicle loaded with ammo to the teeth in the woods of Montana. Now, once he was the leader of an anti-government militia labeled a terrorist organization, he was pulled over last week for a moving violation. He told the officer he would not be taken down again, and he opened fire. Trace Gallagher has more on this incredible story in our West Coast newsroom. Trace, what are you learning about this?
Well, it's very important to note, Martha, this is a man who threatened to assassinate local politicians, judges, police officers, said he would go to war with the National Guard and threatened to overthrow the government. And now that man, David Burgert, is on the loose in the Lolo National Forest in Montana. We're talking about a forest that's 8,000 square feet. That's 2,000 square miles, 8,000 square acres, rather, 2,000 square miles. And he may be preparing for battle, trying to lure the cops into a trap. 65, as you mentioned, different police officers, National Guardsmen. You see the airplanes over there going overhead trying to find this man. He apparently tried to lure police into a slow-speed chase in that Jeep right there. And then as police got closer, he turned around and he opened fire. He then grabbed some gear. He fled into the woods. He left his Jeep behind. Inside that Jeep, loaded down with weapons and ammunition. They found a second vehicle. It too also loaded down with weapons and ammunition, and they fear that he's got a third vehicle in those woods somewhere, also with more weapons and ammunition. Again, he's out there and he's a survivalist. He has spent many, many years in the backwoods, knows how to survive. They believe he also has food back there. He was the leader of Montana militia in Flathead County, Montana. Here's the Flathead County Sheriff.
He's made the threats to hurt people time and time again, and he's come very, very close to that, but he hasn't. But now that he actually was shooting at people, you know, it seems like a progression that he could be very dangerous at this point.
Yeah, this does not have the ingredients for a happy ending. Again, they want this man very badly, and they want to find out exactly what the extent of his plan is. At this moment, he is still very much on the run, Martha.
Wow, what a situation. Trace, thank you very much. So this guy headed up one of the many militias that exist in the United States. The Department of Homeland Security touching off a controversy when it described some of these as terrorist organizations. Back in 2009, the federal government was keeping track of at least 512 different groups out there. Michigan, Indiana, Arizona are all states with the most active militia organizations that we know about. Experts say that this militia movement peaked back in the 1990s with between 20 and 60,000 members nationwide. And this Fox News alert for you. Vice President Joe Biden is on Capitol Hill at this hour with some very big tasks.